If you are currently working a 9 to 5 and maybe you have a busy lifestyle or you have a family or you have a lot of stuff to take care of and you feel that this is what holding you back from becoming a profitable trader, in this video I will prove you otherwise. Because truthfully, you don't need to sacrifice anything in order to become profitable. You don't need to quit your job prematurely. You don't need to sacrifice time with your loved ones, with your family. You don't need to sacrifice your hobbies. All you'll need is to apply the strategy that I will teach you in this video that will only require 20 minutes a day. And with it, you will be able to grow your own personal account or pass a prop firm challenge and then also trade the live funded account with it, whilst also spending time with your loved ones, having time for your family, for your hobbies, and also continuing with your job if, of course, you enjoy it. So, if that sounds interesting, let's get right into it. Real quick, before I hop on the charts and share the strategy with you, I want to discuss about something that I consider to be very important. I think this is a myth where so many people think that in order to become profitable and then stay consistently profitable, you need to trade for 6 hours a day. You need to sit multiple hours in front of the charts every single day. And because of that, they then do huge mistakes. One of them being quitting their job prematurely. I'm not saying it is bad to quit your job and then become a full-time trader. That's definitely possible, but it is good to do it when the time is right and not prematurely. Because like I said, so many people think that they need hours a day to trade, to become profitable and stay profitable. They think they need to sacrifice something. They either sacrifice time with their loved ones or they sacrifice their current job, which might provide them a stable income, which is very important if you want to become successful in trading. Because that right there will lead to you eventually quitting. Because after you quit your job to become a full-time trader, and you're not yet profitable, you will feel all this pressure. And then what you will do is you will start scalping the 1 minute, the 3 minute, thinking that you need profits fast and that is the go-to. And you will see that essentially those time frames are the hardest to trade. Because most of my trading friends, they are professional traders. Most of them trade the higher time frames. We all started as scalpers. Personally, I had some success with scalping, also with day trading, of course. But now, since I started swing trading, everything is a lot better because it is not time consuming at all. It is stress-free because everything moves so slowly. You have time for everything. And lastly, you will make a lot less mistakes because on the lower time frames, not only you need a lot more time, but you will do a lot more mistakes because when the price is moving so fast, you need to be there on the charts. And the more time you spend in front of the charts, the more mistakes you might make. Before I continue with the video, I briefly wanted to mention that if you want to get access to the trades I am taking on a daily basis, you should go ahead and join my SMC trading group. It is the first link down below in the video description. And now back to what I was saying. I know this sounds weird, but in trading, less is always more. You don't need to quit your job prematurely. Yes, you can eventually quit it, but quit it after you're a profitable trader. Secondly, you don't need hours a day. You only need 20 to 30 minutes. That's what I would suggest. Now, we should hop on the charts. I will teach you the strategy, and afterwards, I will go over a trade example that I took and also sent in my SMC trading group using the bar replay mode. Alright, so as mentioned, this is the best strategy for trading with a 9 to 5. And you only need 20 minutes a day for it. We will trade this strategy on the 4-hour time frame. It can be used on all forex pairs, basically on all currency pairs, all indices, basically US 30, NAS 100 and SPX 500. Those are the most popular ones, the US indices. This strategy is also very suitable for prop firm challenges and funded accounts, but also for personal accounts. Why is it suitable for prop firm accounts, you might ask? Well, because it's on the 4-hour time frame. And we all know that on a prop firm account, the spread and the slippage is bigger than on a personal account. Hence why it is a lot harder to scalp or day trade on these prop firm accounts. And that is why This strategy, being on the 4-hour time frame, is extremely suitable for the prop firm accounts as well. Now, I will briefly go over the concepts needed in order for us to use this strategy. You need to know how to read market structure. You need to know how to identify imbalance or, of course, fair value gaps. And lastly, you need to be able to identify a supply or demand level. I assume that you already know how to identify and read all of them. If not, pause the video right now, go on my channel, swipe through the videos, and you will find individual videos for each of these concepts. Watch them fully and then come back to this video. Now, since you know the concepts that are needed, I will show you a quick bullish example and also a bearish one. And after that, I'm gonna hop on the chart and go over the NAS 100 trade that I took and also sent in my SMC trading group using this exact strategy. So for a bullish example, we want to see this right here. First of all, we want to see a break towards the upside. Okay, this is where market structure comes in. You need to know how to identify higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, and lower lows. All right, so in this case, we had a higher low here, and we created a brand new higher high up here by breaking the previous high right here. Okay, so we have a break of structure to the upside. After this, what we want to do next is to see whether it was an aggressive break of structure or not, because this is extremely important. Now, what do I mean by aggressive? By aggressive, I mean a break of structure that leaves imbalance behind. Okay, so this is where you will need to see whether you'll identify a fair value gap that was left behind after price broke structure. And now, say you identified that imbalance and indeed the break of structure was aggressive, what you need to do next is place the fib level from the low, from the higher low to the newly created high, all right? And real quick, pause the video and copy these fib levels, all right? Now that you have the same exact fib levels, I want you to see whether you have that imbalance in the fire zone. The fire zone is the area between the 71 level and the 100 level on the fib. This is our fire zone. And in this area, I want you to look for either a imbalance, basically a fair value gap, or a unmitigated demand level. Okay, one of the two. You don't need to have both. You need only one of the two. Either a unmitigated demand or a fair value gap in this area right here. Now, if the answer to that is yes, and you spotted a fair value gap or a unmitigated demand in the area of interest in the fire zone, now you can go ahead and place a buy limit right between the 71 and the 79 levels on the fib. The stop loss will be at the 100, okay, basically at the higher low, and the take profit would be at the higher high, which is at 3RR. Okay, that will be the risk to reward ratio. And of course, you should place the buy limit only after you'll see that the price started retracing a bit. So now you literally have the buy limit set. All you need to do is wait now. And since it's on the 4-hour, it can take a couple days as well for the setup to trigger and also play out. Now, another final step would be to look for the pullback. What do I mean by that? Look for the pullback and see if it's a corrective one. If it's a corrective one, then great. You should keep the setup and see how it plays out. But if it's a aggressive pullback, then I would disconsider the setup. And I will show you more on this on the example, on the NAS 100 example. But now let's quickly go over a bearish example as well. It's pretty much the same exact story. So first things first, we need to look for a break of structure. We have an aggressive break towards the downside. Why is it aggressive? Because imbalance was left behind. Once again, if the break of structure isn't aggressive, then you forget about that setup and you wait for a new one. But if the breakout structure was aggressive, now you need to place the fib, in this case from the lower high to the newly created lower low, and ask yourself, do I have a fair value gap or a unmitigated supply in my area of interest? The area of interest being between 71 and 100. If the answer to that is yes, then you can go ahead and place a sell limit right between the two fib levels. Okay, stop loss once again at the 100 and take profit at the 0 level. And now, once again, you should wait and see how the price will pull back. If you have a corrective pullback, go ahead, take the setup. If not, disconsider it. It's simple as that. And now we should hop on the NAS 100 chart and show you the exact thought process behind the trade I took and also sent in my SMC trading group. Alright, so it was a Monday, the 22nd of July, and I literally opened the chart at 8 a.m. my time. And right here, the first thing that I saw was that NAS 100 was bearish. Why was it bearish? Well, because it was constantly heading lower and lower, breaking structure to the downside. All right. After that, I asked myself, okay, right here, we have this breakup structure to the downside. Is it an aggressive one? And in order to find out whether it was aggressive or not, I needed to look for imbalance. And I was able to identify this imbalance right here. Okay, this fair value gap. You can see that the bottom of this candle isn't overlapping with the top of these candles. Hence why right here we have a fair value gap. And of course, ultimately, we have this unmitigated supply level. Now, the next thing that I did is I placed the fib from the lower high to the newly created lower low, which was this one here. And I asked myself, do we have a unmitigated supply or a fair value gap in the area of interest? We do have a unmitigated supply level. Hence why this right here is a valid range to trade. After that, I placed the sell limit. This was the entry. The stop loss was right at the 100, which is around here. And the final target, as mentioned, at 1 to 3, around that. Yeah, this right here was the target, the take profit. All right. And of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this type of content and you don't want to miss out on any future uploads. And now let's see how price pulled back towards our fire zone. Let's play the price. So far, this looks corrective to me. Hence why I kept the setup and then delete it. And right here, it triggered. Okay, it triggered. We had a very beautiful initial sniper reaction. Then it revisited the entry price. I think it revisited it once again. Yes, right here. And after that, it went straight to the downside and smashed all of our targets. And of course, I will now attach a picture on the screen to show you guys when I updated that this trade smashed all the targets in my SMC trading group as well. And on that note, you should feel free to join it. It is the first link down below in the video description. And this was a beautiful trade that played out perfectly, that I literally took by following this strategy that only requires 20 minutes a day. Because once again, it's on the 4-hour time frame. Everything moves a lot slower here. You have plenty of time, okay, to not miss out. And it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to trade the higher time frames. And on that note, let me know down below in the comment section if there's any questions, any unclarities, and of course, any future video ideas. That would be very much appreciated as well. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to share and like it. And till next time, a very cool video will pop on the screen right now, a video where I share how I got into trading and reached 6 figures by the age of 22. So if you're interested about it, feel free to check it out. Until next time, I want to wish you all the best and take care.